Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Najwa Husseini with Azadi News. Sesame Street creates new Muppets for refugees. UK MPs want intervention in Rohingya genocide case. Noor and Aziz are Rohingya Muppets who will feature in educational programming that will be shown in refugee camps. On Thursday, Sesame Workshop, the non-profit that runs the early education TV show Sesame Street and operates in more than 150 countries, unveiled Aziz and Noor as the latest Muppets in their cast of characters. The twins will appear with Elmo and other famous Muppets in educational programming about math, science, health, and other topics that will be shown in the camps. They will speak Rohingya, the language of a group of people that the Burmese authorities have refused to recognize as a legitimate ethnicity. Sesame Workshop has created a new curriculum in Rohingya in partnership with the Lego Foundation, the International Rescue Committee, and BRAC, a Bangladesh-founded charity. They are among the most marginalized children on earth, said Sherry Weston, the president of Social Impact for Sesame Workshop, who traveled to the Rohingya refugee camp several times to help formulate the Muppet Twins characters and storylines. For most Rohingya children, this will be the very first time that characters in media have looked like them, have sounded like them, and really reflect their rich culture. More than half the residents of the Rohingya refugee settlements in Bangladesh are children. Many suffered trauma after security forces in Burma forced them out of their villages, murdering some of their fathers and raping their mothers. A survey by Doctors Without Borders released in the wake of a brutal campaign in 2017 that compelled more than 750,000 Rohingya to flee the country in the span of a few months found that at least 730 children beneath the age of 5 were killed from late August to late September of that year. The legacy of violence lingers in Bangladesh and has been incorporated into the Muppets' histories. Noor, one of the Muppet twins, is scared of loud noises just as many Rohingya children are today as gunfire resounds in their memories. Sesame Workshop has long sought to champion diversity and social justice. Muppets and their young playmates on Sesame Street have had autism, HIV, and Down syndrome. They have been homeless and struggled with the stigma of having an incarcerated parent. An Afghan Muppet exemplified the importance of educating girls. The Muppets Noor and Aziz are Rohingya Muslim and new characters in the Sesame Street cast. Noor and Aziz, as conceptualized by Sesame Workshop, are playful and get along well. Aziz, a boy, helps the family with household chores and is steeped in the Rohingya tradition of storytelling. Noor, a girl, is confident and loves learning. The programming chose to depict them specifically as twins so that they would able to play together as a girl and a boy, in a way other siblings in this traditional community might not be able to as easily. By modeling girls and boys being equal by having characters that love to learn, it is important that we are not only inspiring young girls, giving them a sense of possibility that they may not have had, but that we're showing little boys that girls can have equal roles and responsibilities, Ms. Weston said. The programming depicts the Rohingya Muppets as living in a vast warren of tent shelters, where more than 1 million mostly stateless people have been crammed with little hope of returning to Burma. United Nations officials have suggested that their exodus bears the hallmarks of genocide. On Friday, in Kutupalong, the biggest of the Rohingya refugee camps in Bangladesh, Ajmad Ara 8 shook her head when asked whether she knew of a furry collection of characters called the Muppets. Unlike many girls, she is lucky and goes to a school run by an educational charity. "We are learning English and Burmese in school," she said before running off to play. UK MPs have called on the UK government to support the genocide case filed by the Gambia at the International Court of Justice (ICJ) against Burma. In a letter to Foreign Minister Dominic Raab on December 17th, UK MPs Rashnara Ali and Jeremy Hunt said the UK is responsible for overseeing Myanmar's affairs in the UN Security Council, and if it does not join the case, it will inadvertently send a wrong message to the Myanmar military, reports Bangla Tribune. In the letter, they added that the impact of the case was already starting to be felt, as the court agreed with Gambia that the Rohingya were victims of genocide. There is preliminary evidence of that, and the court felt that it was necessary for Burma to take steps to protect the Rohingya in Arakan. 17 judges agreed with the decision, with lawmakers saying the Security Council's recommendation could not be sent to the International Criminal Court (ICC) because of opposition from China and Russia. For that reason, joining the Gambia is now the best way to ensure accountability and justice, stated the letter. In August 2017, the Burmese army intensified pre-planned and structured violence against the Rohingya in the Arakan state of Burma. More than 1 million Rohingyas fled to Bangladesh to flee the violence. The Gambia filed a lawsuit in the ICJ on November 2019, calling the atrocity a genocide. This is today's news. To get more updates about Rohingya, subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. Visit our website azadinews.org and follow our social media accounts. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.